Yo, yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining up. With so many secrets and Easter eggs to find in this game, I feel like I have so much to cover. But today we have to dive back into the time travel mystery. If you're not familiar, you meet up with a character named Francis Sinclair. Right off the bat, Francis stands out as very mysterious because he's got a birthmark. The same birthmark talked about by the Epsilon, who say it means you're some sort of descendant of Kraft. On top of that, he has red hair. They also talk about that. And he wears the same Epsilon blue. Now that's just the start of it, because when you meet him, he tells you to find hidden stone etchings. When you find these stone etchings, they seem completely out of place. In fact, some of the symbols are straight out of Grand Theft Auto 5. When you come back after finding all of them, somehow he is transformed into a baby. And then that's the last time you ever hear of anything from the Sinclairs. Very mysterious, but all those stone etchings end up creating a time travel mural, and that is what we got to look at today. So much love, guys. Thanks for joining up. I am putting this one up on a Saturday, so I hope you guys have a trippy weekend. I'm going to be out of town. I'm hoping to do an IRL live stream tonight, so just make sure to hit the notification button so that way you do not miss it. So here we are. You can come inside of Francis Sinclair's cabin. Actually, this is the first time that I've been in here as John Marston. Doesn't seem like anything's different. You do meet his wife. You know, she's the one who talks about just giving birth to a new baby. That is Francis. So I guess it's not his wife, it's his mother. I don't know. That whole situation is extremely confusing. But anyways, you have the mural. So all the stone etchings create this. Now, this is crazy, but this is definitely telling us about time travel. First of all, the character in the middle is Francis. You can see the birthmark. And if you played Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm sure you visited the Epsilon website. Well, it shows off a person that basically looks just like Francis, at least with the birthmark. That certainly stands out. You can look straight up and see Francis with 4 different forms. So basically that is meant to be the 4 different time periods. You have the left side, the right side. Notice the top one with the long beard. That is him going through different time periods. And if you look to the left, some sort of New York City, maybe Liberty City, and maybe it is getting bombed by some sort of atomic bomb. Look at that. It's got the atomic symbol, definitely a mushroom cloud. That is the first stone etching picture that we found. And you could tell it's mind-blowing. Why would there be an atomic symbol with the mushroom cloud in Red Dead Redemption 2? You also got blimps. This should not even appear in this game. Some of this stuff hasn't even been invented yet. It looks like there's a rocket ship up there, and that's a DNA strand. If you look to the left, you can see another piece of paper, and you can tell that's definitely a rocket ship. And I guess that's 2 houses with smoke coming out. I wonder if that's because of the atomic bomb. You got Saturn, the crescent moon. So this is meant to represent the future. This is 4 different time periods, and you can see he's kind of traveling through some sort of portal. Whatever he's doing, he is creating the time travel. Whatever these 4 faces are, 4 heads, they link to each different time period. Now, I don't know if these are going to be DLCs, maybe different games. Maybe Francis will appear in 4 different games, starting off with Red Dead Redemption 2, because that is clearly what this one is meant to resemble. You got what looks to be maybe a pirate ship, some sort of pilgrim ship, a wagon with the bull there. Definitely some Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff going on there. Now there's a meteor. That is interesting. I can't tell if the meteor is in Egypt or if it's meant to be up here, because there is a crater in this game. It is very fresh. There's actually a meteor that can be found next to the crater that went through a house, and the first time you go through, the people are still smoldering. So anyways, you got Red Dead Redemption 2, the sun, clearly meant to represent this time period. Now, what is up with the ancient Egypt time period? Does this mean that maybe Rockstar is going to come out with, an open world GTA Red Dead Redemption style game, but set in ancient Egypt? I think it would work. It would actually be kind of sick. Going inside pyramids, ancient tombs. Continuing, let me know if you guys have any theories about Egypt. Why is this appearing here? You got what looks to be slaves building the obelisk right there. Definitely some pyramid action, some fire. A lot going on here in ancient Egypt. Now, going to the bottom left, people have reached out to me saying that this might be either World War I or World War II. Again, I don't know why that would be in the game. It could also represent the Civil War, which you can find Civil War relics in Red Dead Redemption 2. So perhaps it's just representing that. Another picture of Francis. Wait, I think that's the same one from right there. It is, because you can see that same almost rainbow-looking pattern right below him that goes to his head right there. It's interesting that, it all makes some sort of puzzle, and then this is the massive final mural. It appears like it might be 2-sided. So that is the 4 different time periods. You got the future, you got what is the present in this game, You got ancient Egypt, which would be the past, and then I guess also the past, some sort of war, maybe the Civil War. You can tell that Francis is traveling through time. You see him jumping right there out of the war, some sort of gears and, I don't know, mechanism, maybe the time travel itself. He's got another hand, which is creating the portal. See, that to me shows you that he is creating the time travel. You see how it's coming right out of his hand, and he's jumping out of the portal. And as I said, it's either he's jumping into ancient Egypt or he's jumping into the Wild West in this game, which makes more sense to me because that is basically how we see him for the first time. Is it some kind of message telling us how to time travel or showing us that we ourselves can time travel in Red Dead Redemption 2? Of course, it wouldn't make sense that we could travel to ancient Egypt, so that's where it really just gets extremely confusing. It almost seems like this might be the start of Francis's time traveling. My theory is that that was him first getting born, that was the current Francis, and the Francis that we met was the time traveling version. So he came back to his original house for some reason, and now he has traveled back in a time. Us finding all the stone etchings were basically the last thing that he needed to do before getting out of here, because you actually have to mail him the stone etchings. You know, you don't personally give it to him. They make sure you mail it to him. You don't actually see him when he gets the final delivery. By the time you go back to meet up with him, he's already gone. So there you have it. That is the time travel mural. There's been some pretty mysterious murals in Rockstar's past, especially going back to Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Chiliad mural. But this is just one of a few different murals that I'm looking at currently in Red Dead Redemption 2. I have some huge episodes going up next week, so don't miss them. But I gotta say, the time travel mystery is the most insane. We got the DeLorean in Grand Theft Auto Online. There's a Doc Brown Easter egg in this game. Sometimes when you walk into a building, you can hear somebody say, "Great Scott." So there's clearly something going on with time travel. It almost seems like Rockstar is a little obsessed, and we have the time travel mural. Make sure to do the line of missions called Geology for Beginners, and then you will get access to this cabin. So we're here as John Marston, the hero of the next game, which is technically the first game, Red Dead Redemption 1. So maybe he's doing some time traveling himself. But this mystery is unsolved. I really want to hear back from you guys. One last thing we have to do in this video, you can find the old brass compass. Apparently you need to pick that up and take it to a fence. You can trade it into something. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys at the fence. We'll see if it's perhaps a clue, maybe something towards time travel. I'm going to hop onto our horse, Roswell, and meet you guys there. Here we are. We made it to Emerald Ranch. So you have to go to craft, and I believe I may have already done this before. So I'm guessing the old brass compass maybe respawns. So let's scroll all the way down to the bottom. You can see how it shows you all the different things you need to unlock the talisman or whatever it may be. And here it is, the Ravenclaw Talisman. So we already have it. It permanently slows degradation for all weapons by 20%. Could be a time travel reference, but you do have to have the old brass watch. I'm not sure if you have to have the Ravenclaw as well. I guess not. But anyways, that is what you trade in for the Ravenclaw Talisman. Not too sure if that's any reference to time travel, but pretty much that is the only reward. You have to go around finding very well hidden stone etchings, only to get the Ravenclaw Talisman. You'd think you'd get something a little bit better than that, because without a guide, good luck finding them all. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks again for joining up for the episode. Make sure to hit the like button. That is much appreciated. I have some huge things coming your way next week, and I hope you guys have a trippy weekend. With all that said, adios amigos, have a great weekend, and as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.
So it goes. So...
Hey, why don't you put that back? Whoa, now. Easy where you point that thing, huh?
Damn! What lovely weather.
Keep still now, I got you. Go to hell! Get that bastard! Suffer, catamount! Pieces of surrounding! Suffer, catamount!